What's up, my people? What's up, my people? You are now in tune with another episode of Mental Telepathy's Arena here at the Homeless Empire, where you know my office is everywhere. Nevertheless, I am your host and lyrical genius, Black Titanium. And as you know, the topics vary at this, but the primary topic is the black youth. But we should always pay attention to our youth who are targeted without even knowing that they're being targeted. Some of them know they live good. They say, "What? I'm in the gang, nigga. I'm all right." While the wolves is basically doing them dirty, you know. And I'm not even talking about people that age anyway. I'm talking about the youth, as far as I would say from 5 to like 14. Because as you know, by the time they get 15, 16, your worst mistake, especially in cities like Los Angeles, especially in cities like New York, Chicago, Detroit, where kids get their innocence snatched real quick, man. You know, so basically, your worst mistake could be thinking that they're a child at the age of 15, 16. Because by that age, they're demons in training, especially being up under the black devils that they up under. You know what I'm saying? Them rape-o pedophile ass niggas. You know? But nevertheless, we're going to move on. And because that's a whole nother video. You feel me? What I want to talk about today is what I always talk about, man. How to, how we can liberate the minds of our people. And I know it don't matter how feeble-minded the attempt may be, we gotta always think about when we get the type of platforms like YouTube, even though they starting to censor. When we get those type of platforms, we can't use it for dancing and singing and just shaking our ass all day on TikTok and shit like that. Nah, you got to use that shit as black media, man, because they making us look bad all day, every day, from on the screen and in real time. You know, you got these, so basically, it's easy to be victimized on white supremacy. Until you understand the game of white supremacy, everything in this life is just going to confuse you. And people always say, why you always talking about white supremacy? Why you always talking about white people? Because these are the motherfuckers who are the bane of my existence just by them being in existence. From slavery all the way up to the date. And for somebody black to even ask you that, or for somebody black to even sit on the side of the white man and be cooning around talking about, yo, fuck that nigga, that those are bitch niggas. And the only reason why they talking shit is because they in protective custody. The motherfuckers got an army of niggas. That's the only reason why them niggas' confidence is overflowing. Real talk. And I'm gonna keep it on blast everywhere. Because them the type of niggas that's the worst type of niggas in our race. The biggest cancer sores on the backs of our race, man. And they need to be excommunicated out the fucking race. They supposed to be the motherfuckers you ain't supposed to be talking to. Not a king like me. Not a black king like me, nigga. You depriving yourself of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding when you ignore me. But you will never understand that, because those who are dealing in the realm of self-hatred, one of their biggest symptoms is that they'll reach out to every other culture to be accepted on the social status, to the point where they'll fuck over their own people. Real talk. Real talk. So basically, when a lot of black people, you know what I'm saying, we don't understand, we have no understanding of the game of white supremacy and how we're being victimized by the game of white supremacy. You understand? But what I'm saying is, we put all that shit to the side. It's basically time to liberate, because the karma is coming back around to them niggas. the karma is definitely coming back around to them niggas. All you gotta do is look at all those racist rednecks in Ukraine. How them motherfuckers got millions of dollars in the bank and they crawling around ducking bombs trying to beg to get in somebody else's country. So you know the karma is coming back around. God don't just work on one person at a time. Nah, because he know how they do us. They commit heinous acts of genocide. They kill off races. They kill off millions of niggas at one time. That's how they do. They attack us through the food. They attack us through the drink. They attack us through spiritual warfare. They attack us through mental warfare in all type of ways. And God is right there watching. And due to the fact that we are his chosen people, and this is the reason why we're being persecuted, because we're his chosen people. And God don't take that laying down. So when he work on them, he go get millions of them. The same racist rednecks that used to look at people like me and say, I'll never end up in that position. Now look at him. He putting it in their own people's heart to drive them out of their homes because they did it to us. They come to our neighborhoods, they gentrify our neighborhoods, do rent control. Next thing you know, the whole neighborhood is Mexican or Puerto Rican. And you wondering, damn, how did this transformation happen? Because every culture participates with the white man in the game of white supremacy to fuck over us. So when it comes to rent control, they step on your toes so they can get their own people in. They've been doing that for years. They've been doing that for years. Real talk. So the karma has to come back around. No, we at the end of the game. So in order for you to understand this, you have to read the books of life. You have to be able to read the books of life to understand what's going to happen to them. And what's a part of the game we're in. We're at the end game right now. They took advantage all they can. The devil's reign has come to an end. Those are the people, when I talk about white people, that's who they talk about in the book of Revelations. When God says in the book of Revelations, those who worship the image of the beast will have no happiness in the hereafter. Because that same beast is going to introduce the Antichrist from the Holy Land of Israel. Why do you think Israel and America is such good friends? Because they setting up the stage for the Antichrist right now. So by them bringing everybody to get the vaccine shots, that's the first part of the mark of the beast. Because God says they will have the mark of the beast in their forehead and in their right hands. The chip is going to be second mark of the beast, second part of the mark of the beast. Because the dollar bill has become obsolete. So the white man know he has to press the reset button because China and Russia is making bold moves on them. China is coming out with the digital yuan backed by gold, and Russia is doing their thing. Not that I condone anything that they doing, but basically it's all about karma. You have to understand God's wrath. It ain't about them killing them or them killing them. Nah, it's about who God dishes his wrath on, and you got to understand the signs. And God says, understand my signs. And when you see the signs, you will know. So when you see all of these people doing that, everybody's sitting quietly in fear, trying to get along. Trying to get with the white man to get along, because everybody want to stick their head up under the cover, and don't understand the monster's getting bigger and bigger. The problem gets bigger and bigger when you don't confront it. It's just like these parasite ass, protective custody ass niggas. As long as you stick your head up under the cover, they're gonna fuck over your children. The black youth have no future with these type of cancer sores on the backs of our race, man. That's what you niggas gotta understand. You always talk about a police shooting somebody. These niggas is in the hood. They're your neighborhood rapists and pedophiles and the tyrants over the women, children, and elderly. And you talking about what the police is shooting, man? The police don't even fuck with me. Sometimes they do. And I can't stand their ass either, because I know that they some racist, redneck, dirty motherfuckers, some Uncle Julio and coon ass motherfuckers. But I'm talking about what's close up on you, man. We got a bunch of black people living in captivity in their own neighborhoods. Real talk. We got a bunch of black people living in captivity in their own neighborhoods. This is why when you see intelligent black females and they go off to Division I schools and shit like that, they don't come back to the hood. Hell no, they move to the other side of the world on these niggas, man. And they don't even speak to them if they see them out there, wherever they go. Because they already know what they gonna be dealing with. When any black female that's intelligent enough, she gets up out of there, man. She moves to the other side of they done chased her over to the white man's side. The black woman no longer even belongs to the black man. Truth be told. No, you might get one of them hood rat chicks that's insane. One of them hood rat chicks that's insane. That's up underneath the rapists and pedophiles, and they gotta project the image that they of them, but they really don't want to be of them either, man. Because with them type of niggas around, there will be no progress, man. Real talk. Y'all letting these niggas scare y'all up while they sitting at the plantation hugging the white man's nuts, cooning and shit. Real talk. Helping these niggas fuck over us. So when that what you fear, the devil will drag you to the hellfire on that fear alone. So by you fearing these niggas, they could waltz up in the hood with a white man, a white federal agent, and make you shut the fuck up. And you know the niggas. And by you fearing these niggas, your kids gonna get fucked over and everything. Because that's what these niggas use, the broken down family structure to get control of your children, man. That's what you got to understand, man. So by the time they reach a certain age, 16, 15, your worst mistake be thinking that they children. They demons in training when they up underneath those devils. Real talk. I don't care if they starting to put them in the workplace and everything. That don't mean shit. A good job only camouflages that shit. That's what you got to understand. It's still going on. It's still going down and everything else. These white devils are still using these niggas to try to harass me and people like me and being tyrants over women, children, and elderly. That's what I want to talk about, man. Because in order to get hold of the problem, we have to wake up one day and make a conscious decision to take up arms and fight these niggas off, man. Right along with their slave masters. Them niggas gotta die too, man. Real talk. Because them motherfuckers don't deserve to breathe all the shit they done did to little children and shit like that. But you know, it's easy for 1,000 motherfuckers to go against one person. Because you put 1,000 cowards together, you got a whole lynch mob. But what you got to understand, man, this is just a little food for thought. What you have to understand is that soon, if we don't wake up soon and make a conscious decision to fight these niggas off, our race has no future. We are headed to the point of extinction. And these niggas are handing us over into the hands of the game of global white supremacy. These niggas are a white supremacist dream. Real talk. They love these niggas. Because these niggas waltz them right into the hood and fuck over their people. So that's just a little food for thought, man. But with that being said, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You have been in tune with another episode of Mental Telepathy's Arena. And remember one thing, never fear the one who can lead you to the hellfire, but fear the one who can put you in it and leave you there. With that being said, I am your host and lyrical genius, Black Titanium. Peace, I'm out.